Okay, we back with part 2 of whatever my name it. Haven't named it yet, but it's gonna be cool. So we left off with 32 push-ups, boot camp. How was boot camp in the Army?
To be honest, I thought it was easy. I thought it was very easy.
Okay.
I mean, I was in shape. I was already mature.
Okay.
32. So for me, it wasn't, the hardest part was just to handle a bunch of 20-year-olds.
That's what we did.
Just yelling at each other,
I know.
But even the drill sergeants realized, because I remember on the very first day, even reception week, the way you kind of stand and walk and listen to what they say, and, you don't do stupid things, so they already start looking at you a little different.
Right.
They're like, okay, somebody got a head over shoulders. So they made me bay boss and a platoon guy.
Okay.
Like both jobs.
So when you say
bay boss is barracks, like everybody, you got designated who's going to be doing. And,
oh wow.
Yeah, and so you have to clean the barracks in the morning, have everything. So you have to be one person responsible for that. So they made me bay boss and platoon sergeant.
Okay. So theirs was called bays, ours was called ships. Even though we was in the building, it's called a ship. So. Navy.
CBs.
Right. One thing about CBs, we're such a small portion of the Navy, so the big Navy don't even recognize us. They be like, y'all like Marines. I'm serious. Like, we like the Navy stepchilds, but loved it.
Like the stepchild, all the stepchild.
Just
kidding. I love my street friends.
They be like, don't be nice in
be
nice in the comments.
No, so that happened, and then finally, and the problem was that then I became the bad big mama, because I had to in the barracks and then out there with the platoon. It's like come on, why? It's like, I didn't like that because I want the full experience. One of my dreams, when I was a little girl down there in my little town in Brazil, one of my dreams was to serve the Navy.
Really?
The Navy was my dream. That uniform, like the white uniform,
really? But
the Navy in Brazil.
Y'all got to go to her Instagram. Are you gonna put some of those your military your uniforms on? Sharp. And like with me, I didn't too much. I went crazy about our uniforms. Because they used to give us all kind of.
And that was back in Brazil, right? So I grew up, I was good in college, and I realized a lot of stuff in Brazil was not exactly what I thought it was.
Right.
I start kind of understand. I don't want to get into politics, but it didn't agree with a lot of things. Right. So when I came to the States, after I was here for like 6 months, I was like, this is more what I believe things should be.
Okay.
A few years later, I became a citizen, and literally, I think was a month and a half later, I was raising my hand to join the Army because I had a child. So
okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. So now we had a baby now. So let's back up. Okay. So man, I know it's deep. It has layers, and it blossoms like a flower.
Well,
so let's go back.
We'll go back to the show. But the reason why I did not go into the Navy was because I was a mother. I have been a mother, so I had my baby.
Okay.
I was like, okay, going in the Navy, it's not really my planning because if I'm going to the Navy, I gotta be on a ship.
I'm not
gonna be CB like you.
Yeah, well, not necessarily because they have
but
so many.
But I wanted to.
Yeah.
But if I was going to go,
and I have been on a ship. It is because it's high tempo.
So that's when I was like, well, let me do this a different way.
Okay.
And now I'm still gonna serve, and I started really talking to a recruiter in the Army, the National Guard, because I also did not know how the Army, you know what I mean, how it would take.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you what shifted that made you want to serve? Like what shifted? Was it opportunity? Okay.
I was wanted to, and as I mentioned, I became a citizen. I was working. Life was going, and then the whole recession hit America. It was insane. People, left and right, losing jobs, losing money.
So now, what year was this?
This was in 2008.
Exactly. So 2006 through 2008, and just so happened. Now look at the parody of this, because I'm goofy like this. So the time that she came in, then her background, her lineage, I was in Naples, Italy, from 2006 through 2009.
And I love.
And I was, I was Capo di Chino.
I love Naples.
And then I lived in San Cipriano. So if my Italian family is watching the Casal di Principe, so buongiorno, buonasera. So if y'all checking us out, hit that subscribe, and definitely coming back to Italy real soon. So,
That's right.
so that made you you want to serve.
Yes.
So now,
So that's when everything was going crazy. I was at the time managing a restaurant. I was a restaurant manager, but I was just like, what the heck am I doing with my life? So there was a lot going on in the whole country. A little feeling like what's going on now.
yeah.
Then it was kind of a moment at home. I was like, what am I doing? Maybe I should make some phone calls. So I called a recruiter. Just want to ask questions.
Okay.
And from that, like literally, I think I went on that down asked questions for about. That was at the end of 2007 towards 2008, and I ended up joining in November of 2008. So I asked a lot of questions, and I took my time, and I did
You're older,
everything.
you're more mature, exactly.
I had a child,
Exactly.
so I had to make decisions not only for myself but for me and my son. So, and that's where I was okay. So that was the decision that I made. But I was like, this is it. I always wanted to do. I'm a citizen now. Why not?
Yeah.
It's like, why not?
Right.
Because I could join before.
Right,
from
exactly.
the
Because
I could.
some
Yeah, I
got their
could.
citizenship while in the military.
Yeah, I could, and that's where they keep saying like you can do this, you can do that. I was like, well, no. How about this? I'm applying for my citizenship. You know, in the meantime, so I became a citizen. I believe it was September 2008, and in November 2008 I joined as now as an American citizen.
Okay. So now, now where's your boot camp at? Where was this?
Fort Jackson.
So where's Fort Jackson?
Is it south of North Carolina?
Okay, so that's in North Carolina.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
Fort Jackson.
so you definitely went to a whole demographic change and everything. So was that a culture shock?
I mean, a little.
A little?
A
Okay.
little.
Okay.
Yeah, a little. And I think most of us just, for me, the culture shock was actually just seeing, because I was living in Utah at the time. I went from Florida to Utah.
Okay, now that's a
We'll go
culture
back.
shock.
We'll go
That's
back.
another
Yeah,
one.
exactly.
'Cause
So,
if I'm correctly, sorry to cut you off, but is that more like Mormons out there or something?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
And very friendly people.
Okay.
Amazingly friendly.
Okay.
Everybody's so nice.
Okay.
It's like, what is it? What's Pleasantville? Is it
Okay.
what people
Oh,
say?
really? Oh, nice.
Very nice people.
Okay.
I still have many friends there. And so I went to Fort Jackson, and one thing that I noticed is how much Americans don't know Americans. That was insane.
And
Like,
still to this day, understanding like we
there
don't
are
know each
people
other.
That's like they could not understand each other
Yeah.
speaking.
Yeah.
I mean the accents. You know, people from Mississippi,
Yeah.
Alabama,
Yeah.
and then people from Wisconsin,
Yeah.
Massachusetts.
Mhm.
You know,
Or Arkansas, or as they say, Arkansas.
Yeah.
I heard that a lot, like Arkansas.
And
Okay.
that for me was the most intriguing to see. To
Yeah, different
watch.
dialects,
And not even, but
And-
it's like it felt like there was people from different countries just all living in those barracks, and I was in charge of them to report to the drill sergeants.
Talking about
And
a
I was like, are you
huge
kidding me?
Yeah.
You guys are from here. I'm not.
Yeah. Now, and it used to be like when I came up, we had individuals from different countries who was learning English, so they had to go to classes to learn English.
We had to.
So and then imagine being over all those too.
Yeah.
I couldn't even.
I was many of, and some people could not understand my accent either, because my accent back then was even heavier than it is now. So it was all discombobulated, to be honest. it was fun. It was a great time. I
Yeah.
still have good friends
Oh,
from
yes.
basic training.
Oh,
Good
wow.
friends, yeah. Still have good friends, and it was. As I said, I liked it.
Wow.
You
I don't remember any.
I liked it. I didn't think it was that hard, and I know many of them struggled, but I would just talk to them. I was like, man, it's like, because I took it this way. I didn't go over there to play games.
It was on a mission.
I went on a mission to go complete and then go to my AIT, which was also in Fort Jackson. Finish that and go back and see my child.
Yeah.
And that was the only concern that I had in my mind.
And that were all of us who was much older, because a lot of younger people who were in the military now and back then, they was just learning. It was the first time leaving home. They was getting
Yes.
homesick, and there was everything. So we come in like we know why we were there. they were still learning their why. So which is normal. That's normal.
So yeah, but after that, best decision I made in my life. I guarantee you that.
I know that's right.
The only reason why I left is because I got hurt and I ended up being medically retired. But
More layers.
Best decision
Right,
I made in
yeah,
my
I tell you,
life.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Outside of my
Belonging to a
kids, that's
group of-
definitely for me.
you know,
Definitely, I love it.
I mean,
I still love
You're
it.
gonna find bad people anywhere you go. That is a constant in your life.
Yeah,
Anywhere.
yeah.
In the military, you're gonna find bad people too, but you're gonna find so many better people, and you're gonna find yourself, your brotherhood, your sisterhood. You're going to find you a group of people you're gonna belong.
Mhm.
Besides belong to the whole organization as a whole, which is an amazing organization,
Right.
but you're going to find your group of people.
Yeah.
You're going to find your brothers and sisters.
And you're gonna find that but I know it's not a bad word, but we call them the cliques, but you're gonna find that clique of where you
Yeah,
just
it's fun.
but as a whole it's one team, one fight. So
Yeah.
even when I deploy
Because
it's
when-
just one team, one fight. So.
When kids are out here and they find their clique, it might come with some bad people in it,
Right,
but
right.
bad people involve it with real bad situations.
Right, right.
Over there, it's kind of a controlled environment.
Mhm.
Even the bad people
Right.
are maybe a sergeant in the military. How bad is that?
I mean,
you know what I mean? They
you're very
still
right.
tested for drugs every month.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
still
Yes.
have to maintain their physical,
Yeah.
aptitude, the
Yeah.
physical readiness. They still have to be not involved with games or
Exactly.
something that
There's always a
control.
venting process.
Exactly.
Nonstop.
Even though they could be the worst
Mhm.
in there, but it's that kind of worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'm glad you said that because a lot of times, and even in my time, like I did my 22 years, and a lot of people they'd be like, "Oh, you got it easy. You retired from the military."